going on, everybody? Mario here with Neko Prints. Today we're going to be pressing a t-shirt with an oversized image. Now this is pretty big. This is a pretty big DTF image. And I actually rasterized it so that way there's no black on the inside. So it's going to feel great on the shirt because it's not going to be one huge solid print. You see all of this negative space? If you include negative space in your shirts or in your prints, then that's going to make the design feel a lot better. But not just that, it's also going to help it actually last longer too. The reason for this is because it's going to allow water to go through it a lot more easier while it's washing. So with that, let's just not waste any time. Let's just jump straight into it and let's get to pressing. Let's go. All right, so for this, we're going to be using the Uternet Swing Away Heat Press. And this is a brand new heat press that Uternet came out with. If you want to check it out, you can use code NECOPRINTS5 off and you get 5% off this heat press. Link for this is going to be down in the description below. But for this, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull out our platen. And then we're actually going to go ahead and feed our shirt onto the platen itself like this. Now I want this to be a bottom corner print. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shirt and I'm going to edge it all the way. And I'm going to put it all the way to the edge like this. I'm going to line it up right with the edge. And then I'm going to pull out the collar over here and I'm going to look at it. And then since it's in the center, what I want to do is go ahead and take my shirt and just move it a little bit. Move it so that way the print will land on the bottom corner. All right, so as you can see, my shirt, it's not lined up with the platen. It's not centered. Instead, it's pushed to the right. Even the sleeve here, you can see, is right on the corner. The corner of the platen is actually going through the sleeve. The fact that you can feed the shirt through makes it a lot easier to be able to adjust. So that way we can place our design wherever it is that we want. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be pressing it just yet. I do need to do my pre-press. So let's go ahead and do that pre-press. Let's pull out our drawer. And now let's align our design. So I'm going to align it right towards the bottom. I'm going to be hitting the edge as close as I can, or the bottom seam of the shirt. Now, since this is really close to the edge, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the shirt up a little bit so that way I can put my design a bit more centered on the platen, which ultimately will mean that I have more even pressure. So once we have it in place, all we have to do is go ahead and press. Now these are cold peel, so I had to wait till they're completely cool to the touch. But once it is, just go ahead and peel the whole thing. And so far, it actually looks really good. I just really hate the fact that I left this white spot over here and some of these different highlights, but it is what it is. It's just a test anyway. So now we just have to go ahead and give it our second press. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and feed it one more time. For this, I'm gonna be using a Teflon cover. I usually just use craft paper, but this is what I had on hand. Just gonna press for another 5 to 10 seconds. And that's it. Now, pressing a shirt like this, it's actually very easy. You don't need a heat press like the one that I have. Even though it does make things a lot easier, it's not 100% necessary. If you have a regular heat press that you're not able to feed your shirt through, or that doesn't even have a pull-out drawer, then it's totally okay. You don't have to worry about this. The only thing that you're really gonna need is gonna be a pressing pillow. Now, these come in quite a few different sizes. I think this is like a 10 by 12 or 13 or something like that. But then this one's pretty big. This is the size of my entire platen. This is 16 by 20. Yeah, this is a 16 by 20. And honestly, these make pressing in different locations a lot easier. In fact, in order to press on this sleeve right here, this is a crop top sleeve and it's really, really small. So when I tried putting this on my hat press, it didn't work. It stretched out the entire thing and the print, it came out really bad. So instead, I use a pressing pillow now and I use my regular heat press. All I do for this is simply just stick it right in there. And then lay it flat on my heat press. And I don't even have to worry too much about this because all of the pressure is going to be centered on the pillow itself. Of course, you do want to make sure that this is a bit extended and not all scrunched up, but it makes things so much easier. Actually, hold on. This looks pretty good. I really like it. But anyway, if you do want to check out the pressing pillows, then the link to a few of those is going to be down in the description below. Quick note, the links down there are going to be affiliate links. So if you click on them and make a purchase, I will get a small commission. Of course, as always, this is at no extra cost to you. So as you see, pressing oversized shirts, it's not really that hard. It's not hard at all, as long as you have the right materials. In this case, either the heat press or a pressing pillow. So what did you think of today's video? Let me know down in the comments below. Have you ever tried pressing an oversized shirt? What's the biggest that you've ever pressed? Drop it down in the comments below. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Huge thank you to everyone for watching, especially if you made it all the way to the end. Make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. And with that, my name is Mario with Nickel Prince, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.